Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in Week 4. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Taken in at the 22. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, Sky Moore. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Give him 2 yards officially, and now will be 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out in that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Back to throw now on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
He's going to keep this again.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. They'll take this to about the 10-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And listen, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Ready?
Hands it off out of the gun.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
60 vices.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. The Texans hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. The power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. Now receiver in motion left.
Hey, check that, street.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Hustle.
They'll try and sneak it here. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Hey, check that. Check.
They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive. They watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll run with Hall.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Got his man complete. Moore.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure that...
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. I understand why they're lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And this This offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Here's Hall again. And some room to maneuver. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, fool the defense so often, and in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Paul on a give up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a game of 16. 1st and 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Nico Collins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Tonyan from 17 yards out. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there. Working with a 2-score lead for the quarter. Not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Unlock wide. Bronco switch. Hey,
Running left, it's Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time.
Hey, 43, 15, yellow.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Kadarius Toney
From 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Head in the street. Head in the street.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go. Go, Reed. Go.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Breece Hall, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And that's caught inside the 30. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Throwing now is Mahomes. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw here. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hands it off out of the gun. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Do not keep it to 22. I don't listen.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, they finished